Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Jurassic World Evolution 3, the campaign version. In last episode, we kind of hit a sticky point in Sichuan Basin, whereby I need to make some serious adjustments to my current enclosures in order to allow for a third enclosure to be not just stood up, but actually accessible to the public. And I want to do that off in between videos. I'm not necessarily going to do that in front of you because it's going to be boring to watch. You're not going to enjoy it. I'm not necessarily going to enjoy doing it, but I do need to get it done. So in the meantime, in this episode, we're going to, because if you'll remember, we have a number of parks that are available to us thanks to opening up the next track of storyline. We opened up the 3 parks that are available in Asia, one in China, one in Japan, and one in Indonesia. And then we've also, of course, still got our parks over in the United States. And one that we actually have not spent any time in is the one in Kauai. So we're going to actually go spend some time in the one in Kauai and see what that particular park can give us. And then at some point, we will come back to Sichuan Basin and try and get it, because I'm trying to get all of the parks to at least 3 stars first. And then we'll see what we need to do in order to move the story along. So let's go ahead and jump in. We'll switch over to Kauai, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are at the world map. We can see that our Sichuan Basin is currently, I think it's like 1.8 or 1.9 stars. We still have Montana that we could get to 3. Nevada right now is the only one that's currently at 3. But what we'll do is we will make the switch over to Kauai. Now, if you'll remember, Kauai was introduced to us for the sole purpose of breeding.
Thanks to the work of our park manager and Dr. Baldera, we have an excellent foundation to build from. Let's use that strong start to improve our reputation with the industry sectors. We can continue our work here in Hawaii when we hit our reputation target. And I insist that we hit that target.
Yeah, of course you are. So as you can see, we've already increased our reputation with the conservation sector, and the campaign has kind of led us in that direction. Now they want us to increase things from an entertainment perspective. I don't know what that means, to be 100% honest with you. So we do have a nest here for the Maiasaura. They are good to go. There's no good reason for us to mess with them. We then also have the Gallimimus. I suppose we could put a nest in here, except for, do we have both males and females in here? No, we have nothing but females. Okay, we would have to... The problem is there's a lot of Gallimimus in there. Let me see what their population numbers are. Adult population is 10. Yeah, they're getting close to their max. Okay, so that's not going to be good. Alright. Improve your reputation by taking on contracts, releasing dinosaurs, or by completing objectives at other sites on the world map. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so with that being the case, let's go to control room and let's go to contracts. Oh yeah, it actually has 0 of 10 contracts completed. It's one of the requirements for this particular park. And we've got a number of issues as well because we don't have access to... Yeah, our guest count is low. So we're going to need to do a lot of things. They also have a species target of 10. We only have 3 at the moment. Why is our demographic split almost the same at every park we've been to? I find that very weird. We are making a profit. It's just low. Alright, let's see. Where do we get contracts from? Here we go. Alright, this one doesn't really help us create an expedition to collect fossils. Research Park Teams 2 at the Science Center. don't think that's right. I don't know where this is. It's definitely not there or there. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can... Research Park Teams 2. There it is. It's already been researched. Uh-oh. Wonder if the game's gonna bug out on me because of that. Alright, well, while we're at it, let's see what I've got here, because I don't remember what I have. Alright, we got Parasaurolophus right there. We do have room. Actually, really quickly, let me take a look at my site map. Yeah, we've got plenty of room for additional enclosures. We just don't have a lot of money. I need to get people here first, I think. I think that's going to have to be priority number one. Because right now, I don't have a lot of money. Yeah, there's Park Teams 2. I've already researched it. Oh, no, 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 no. There's two different ones. Well, some bitch. There we go. Plus, I need a staff center also. Or staff building, whatever it's called. Maintenance post. Staff center. Let's just put it over here. There we go. Okay, now let's figure out where we're going to put... Alright, there's the arrival point. We can't put anything there because that's water. I'm thinking we put a hotel here. And then we can put amenities along this track. The key, though, is we're going to need to figure out how to bring what's up here and connect it back over here. That's going to be the tough part. And I don't know how we're going to do that. Let me see what happens if I try and do it from the path. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright, and then I'm going to do a quick replacement. even though I don't necessarily need to at the moment. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, now we've got a full walking path. Okay. So the contract is complete. Okay. Research intense immune response. And I guess that's what we have to do. So that we can keep increasing our entertainment sector. I'm guessing that's a gene modification. Yeah, there it is. We don't have enough skill. And that's where we're going to need scientists. Okay, so we need scientists with the with the genetics. All right, so we'll go with you. Ooh. We'll go with you. All right, I think that should do it. Yep. All right, so we want these two definitely. There we go. All right, I have got to get entertainment in here because I need to get people here. I think what I'm going to have to do, though, is I'm going to need to get rid of this. What is that? A din pillar? So here's my thought process. If this is the... If this is the arrival point, and I put a small hotel right here... Actually, we put one here, and then we put another one alongside it. We might be able to bring in, get people in here. Okay, so there's that done. It's another contract completed. Hey, and our park rating's now up over a star. So that's good. Okay, let's go back and get another contract. Number of naturally bred animals. Oh, that's a requirement. Interesting. So the guest comfort is now up to 17%. But we still need amenities. And our profit margin is now down to 46%, a negative 46%. Right, let's see what we got here. Man, we are not getting good selections of contracts because they're all the ones that we're already maxed out on. And maybe that's because of the particular park that we're in. Research medium herbivore dig sites. Actually, that's not bad. Dig sites. There we go. Alright, so we need... Alright, she can do this all by herself. Cool. Alright, so we've got a hotel. We've got... Alright, let me put an amenity here. Small drink amenity. Okay. Contracts have refreshed. All right, I don't know how much that's going to make a difference. All right, so that's bringing in an extra 5,500. We're now at a negative 25% profit margin. We do need to put in restrooms and shelters, though. Which, restrooms not a problem. I was going to put a restroom right along this path anyway. I've just got to be careful about money. Okay, that has no power source. It's time to start bringing in power stations. Okay, there's that done. Actually, let me check my site map real quick. Because what I think I might do is remove this backup generator and put the small power station there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. You are not allowed to demolish the backup generator? Really? Why? I'm not even allowed to move it. Well, that sucks. Well, I don't want to put it right near the hotel. I suppose I could put it here. It doesn't help me, though, with that restroom, is the problem. All right. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. Okay, contracts. Let's go pick another one. What do you mean they've been refreshed? They have not been refreshed. Research staff task upgrades at the Science Center. Research staff task upgrades. Okay, that's this one. And it's going to cost us $1 million for a $300,000 contract. That is ridiculous. All right, let's bring in another species. We could bring in flyers. Bring in pteranodons. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. And the cost of that expedition is fairly low. There's the big herbivores. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then what we can do is set up the flyer paddock right over here. That'll work. Ooh. I just noticed that one of my paths are not... There we go. Set to wide. We need to also put in a shelter. Emergency shelter. Alright, so that should help with that. Alright, we're at a $45,000 profit per minute. We basically doubled. Alright, the shelter coverage hasn't kicked in, but that should then go away. We still need to obviously get food and gift coverage, but yeah, and we're at a plus 11% profit margin now. So that's good. Another medium nest. All right, good. There are people along the paths. That was one thing I was worried about. So actually what I could do is put a food amenity there. Like so. Yep, now our profit is up to 92 grand. We've only got one item, which is gift coverage. That I'm going to probably put over near the hotel. So we got the small hotel here. Maybe we put the gift amenity like here, or maybe here. Fossilized teeth. Like that. That gives us everything. Did the fossils come back? I think it did. Yes, they did. Okay. So. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. These aren't from the expedition. These are... Okay. Do we not... I thought... Maybe I'm remembering from the first game that you could still sell fossils. But it doesn't look like it. Let me see what help says. Science Center lets you extract dinosaur genomes from collected fossils. Dig teams can also find valuable materials that can be sold for cash. Okay, in the first game, like once you hit a maximum genome percentage of a given dinosaur, they would allow you to sell them Alright, let's go ahead and do this real quick, just so I can get the Myosaurs. Okay, those are Gallimimus. I'll do those separately. This. Oh, I need to... Okay. We got some new eggs. Wasn't one of the requirements naturally bred? Yeah. That'll be good. That'll add to that. And our profits are now up to 143K. Excellent. 248% profit margin. Gotta love that. Drinking food coverage is good. We could use with a little bit... I don't know what the transport rating means. Unless that gets tied to the... I forget what it's called now. I'm not even sure I've unlocked it. Monorail. Monorail. Yeah, I don't have the monorail unlocked. Requires 800 guests in your park to unlock it. We did achieve the entertainment reputation rating, though. And then the item that we're supposed to be trying to get to... Oh, yeah, it was here. Staff task upgrades. We don't have enough logistics, and we don't have $1 million. Which I find very interesting, seeing as I'm supposed to be making $148,000 in staffing. All right, let me speed things up a little bit so we can get the expedition back. All right, so this we can sell. All right, we did get a couple of pteranodons. I'm not sure we're going to get enough out of it, though. But it looks like our genome percentage is already high enough that we could craft them. All right, let's... enclosures. All right, let me start with one aviary dome, which is how much? It didn't even say. 100 grand. All right, so we start with just one. Like so. And then put we need the aviary hatchery. There it is. Like so. Okay, this is where I need...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Myosaura to the park.
The power substation. So let's put a small power station right here. Link it up like that. And then we need a small substation over here. Like so. Now, let's see. Can we synthesize... Yeah, okay. We can already synthesize pteranodons. We can synthesize all of these guys. Okay, so that particular expedition was not really all that valuable. Other than I'll be able to increase the genome percentage. We could find out what these others, though, have. What's the Edmontosaurus? We don't have that one. I'm also... Okay, Corythosaurus. Only 100... Yeah, let's do this one. We'll send you. Okay. I gotta be careful. I'm trying to keep an eye on money at the moment. Our largest one is the Kauai. Alright, we already did this. Resilience reduces the rate of health loss. And humility. If the animal is an alpha, this trait reduces the environmental needs of all animals in their territory. We'll do that too. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We need 8. I should probably, once I start sending these individuals to rest, start doing some training, because there's a number of scientists we have that have got 0s. Actually, let me slow time down a little bit because I want to set up the rangers. Where are my rangers? There we go. Add task. Okay, and then let's add another enclosure. We need Lagoon Viewing Dome. Dome Viewing Gallery. Viewing Gallery provides close distance dinosaur visibility for park guests. Dinosaurs only contribute to asset rate. Best for small dinosaurs and flying reptiles. Must be attached to a viewing entrance in order to function.
Incubation personnel, please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'm curious. I want to see how this works.
Viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our amazing avian reptiles.
Alright, I'm not going to do this because I don't completely understand how it works. Alright, I am 100% positive that this is not going to be enough space for these guys. Okay, so let's go here first. Make a little bit of money. There we go. Alright, we've got... Let's go ahead and increase the Pteranodon genome. Alright, what eggs have we got here? Select the eggs. Let's make sure that one of them is male. Long-lived and resilient. Humble, defensive. Long-lived... Actually, you're the best one for the male. Because you got all of the positive traits. 600 grand it's going to cost us. Holy crap. We're going to do it anyway. We need 7. There we go. Yeah, and I'm 100% positive that this is not going to be a large enough enclosure for 3 pteranodons, but it gives me the ability to modify accordingly. What else did we end up getting fossil-wise? We got the Corythosaurus. We didn't get anything new. Huh. Alright, you know what? Let's train you. Let's put a point there. And then let's send you to rest. What am I low on? I'm a little low on... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's get someone with a strong welfare. We'll go with Umi.
Attention personnel. Please welcome your new park colleagues joining us today.
Alright, we are doing very well. I'm seeing a lot of people. Number of naturally bred animals, 3 out of 12. Number of different species, we're getting ready to get a 4th, so that one will go up a little bit. Total dinosaur appeal of 9,000 and contracts completed. This is the research staff task upgrades, which required $1 million. Let's take a quick look here. $157,000. I'm waiting to figure out when we're going to be able to start doing medium, upgrade all of our amenities to mediums. But we haven't gotten to that point yet. And then we can start looking at other attractions, such as the Innovation Center and things like that. Alright, let's go speed things up a little bit. I think once we get back up over $1 million, I'll probably go ahead and try and do that one research item that we need. Do we have any males in here? No. We could try and incubate a male. Yeah, because we've got population room. Yeah, let's see if we can get a male. Hold on a minute. What was that? Oh, needs maintenance. Oh, crap. We don't have maintenance. I don't have maintenance sheds. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, so the... current is 64. Oh, I could have bred the Corythosaurus. That's alright. Yeah, I need to get maintenance in here. I don't have anyone doing maintenance. That's going to have to be first. Maintenance facility. Here's what I need. Now I just got to figure out where to put it. Can I put it over here somewhere? Alright, let's put it up here. Alright. Okay. Alright, we need to set up maintenance post. Let's post here. Okay, I think we're good. And I think I actually did have a maintenance team right there. Crap. I actually didn't need to do any of that. All right, let's do the research that we need, if we can. It was this one, staff task upgrades. We don't have enough logistics. Well, crapola. Yes, we do. It says we need 11. We have 13. Oh, but we need to do it with 5 scientists is the problem. Okay, I am going to get rid of a couple of scientists that are really low on... Yeah, we're going to let you go. If I can figure out how. I think we can do with everybody else. Let's... You. Okay, I think that should help. Still says we're... No, we have the skill now, but now we don't have the $1 million, and the scientists that we need are busy. So that's fine. That's fine. Now the scientists should be fine. Should be good. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we don't have the $1 million. I cannot win. Oh my god. Alright. Guys, why is this not fixed? Okay, at least the maintenance teams are out running around. Alright, we do have the eggs that are now available to release. I think we go ahead and release them, because that's going to make a big jump in a lot of stuff, and then we figure out what they need, which is probably going to be more space. They're also going to need food. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Kayuajara to the park.
All right. Let's start with water.
Got some infrastructure damage.
Okay, so there's that. That's cover. I'm not going to worry about cover at the moment. Arid and barren. Barren, sorry. They need both arid and barren. Can we get both from one place? No, we cannot. All right, let's add another enclosure. Actually, I think I'm going to add 2. I got to be careful here because I need to make the viewing gallery able to see everything. Alright, I think that's good. That might actually be good enough. I might not need to expand that any further. And the good thing is, if I wanted to, I could add additional viewing flying enclosures, flyer enclosures over in this area and just run the road right along it. Now, do we have... There it is, flying reptile nesting area. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. Excellent. Let's see how that has affected... Our number of naturally bred animals is still low. I don't know, though, why our profits haven't gone up. We're at 73%. I guess we can only hit a max of 400. And that's probably because we only have the one hotel. And everything is small amenities. I wonder how we fix that. All right, let's see about doing that one research item that we need. All right, there's 10. Wow. We can't hit it. All right, then let's do some training. Okay. Now, let's see what... unfortunately, I just spent a crap ton of money on training, so I'm not going to be able to do the research, but... Alright, so we do now have another species. We actually have the ability to do additional species. Oh, you know what? Let's see what... if these guys can cohabitate. It would require, obviously... so Tapejara or the Quetzalcoatlus. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Alright, let's see then if we can synthesize either one of those. We do not have either of those unlocked, but I do remember seeing expeditions for one of them, I think. The green ones, I think, are the ones that have been completely cleared. There it is. Tapejara and Tropionothus. The Tapejara is the one that I'm interested in, because that's one of the ones that'll cohabitate. Alright, let's go ahead and set this up. Means we're not going to get that research done for the contract, but... And then, do we have fossils to do? I think we do. Oh yeah, Gallimimus. Which is going to increase by 13. This is going to max us out on Gallimimus, I think. Okay. Ooh, we are down to 180k. Youch. Much youch. Yeah, that would allow us to put in another set of flyers. We'll probably have to extend the enclosure, add an additional piece to it, but we can either extend it out this way and just add a viewing gallery on either end, or we can extend it this way and then allow them to fly together. That'll work out really well. All right. Oh, good. We got something to sell. 500K worth. That was a nice little jump there. And what did we get? All right, there's the Tapajara. We only got a 3 and a 2, though. We only got 1 3, and that's it? And then, well, hold on a minute. There were, oh, the Tapajara and the one that started with a Q were the only ones that they could cohabitate with. Let's see if there's something else. Kentrosaurus? I have no idea what that is. Dimorphodon. Huh. Those are the only ones for flyers. Are we not... Oh, there's the queue. Yeah, so we don't have all of the flying reptile dig sites unlocked. That's part of our problem. That is a part of our problem. What is an omnivore? Research asset containing new omnivore species. What is an omnivore? It's got to be a mixture then, would be my guess. We now have the lagoon viewing gallery. Snaps to the side of a marine enclosure. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any marine enclosures yet. I haven't ventured into that side of the dinosaur section. That's a shame we only got the one fossil for the Tapajara. Alright, it's going to be a little while then before we're going to be able to do that. So I think what we're going to have to do is set up another... Maybe we'll set up one, maybe back here, a carnivore enclosure. Because I'm sure that guests are going to want to see both. I have no doubt in my mind. What do I have as far as... Oh. I thought we had unlocked carnivore. Matter of fact, I thought we had unlocked raptors. Huh. Alright, well then I guess we're going to have to do a carnivore expedition. Let's do carnivores. Yep. 205, 21, 21K for Compsognathus. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Yeah, that'll work. That will work nicely. Oh, they're not done yet? Really? Alright, let's speed that along. Okay, now they're done. Okay, so Gallimimus now is complete. I mean, I suppose, considering I was going to do this anyway, is we go with the Tropionathus, get it unlocked, because we don't have that either from a genome perspective, and then we just stand up a second enclosure, see what their compatibility is. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We will send you. Yeah, the list of contracts kind of sucks right now, I gotta be honest. What did the... We still have only got the 3 naturally bred. How do we increase guest count? Another species? We do need to put in another restroom. And this doesn't really help me much. Oh, here's the actual categories. Luxury, nature, and general. We don't have any adventure guests. Interesting. I wonder if we were to put another hotel in place, if that wouldn't change things. But in order for me to do that... Oh my, look at this. Money. Love it. I can now start the research that I've been holding off for God knows how long. Here we go. We need 3 more. Finally, starting the research for the contract. We now have a viable genome for Tropionathus. So we can get another set of flyers. We'll build another flyer paddock over here. Extend the road down here. And then we can see what we can maybe get combined together from a couple of different flyer paddocks or flyer enclosures. I think what I'm going to have to probably try and do is figure out, like, maybe build a big, huge, deep water area over here so that we can start to synthesize marine mammals, marine dinosaurs. But yeah, then I want to put a carnivore enclosure up here, I think. So we should be able to... There we go. So we just got our contract complete. It's only sending up, though, our entertainment one point at a time. We're not getting anything really that big. I may have to start moving some of these buildings to make room to put things in different places. Like, for example, the staff center and the science center, I think I'm going to move them out to this other, where this maintenance facility is, so that I can put another hotel in here, because the hotel needs to be near the arrival point. All right, let's take a look at contracts. Research medium carnivore dig sites 2. All right, I guess we'll do that one. Carnivore. That's this one. 500K. It's all right, we're up over 2 mil now. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and let that run. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here. In the next episode, we will work on a second flyer enclosure. We now have our first flying reptile egg, so that'll be good. We'll also look to spin out a carnivore enclosure back here, maybe even 2 over time. Matter of fact, let's see. I think what I'm going to have to do, though, is... Oh, we haven't researched them yet. Are they still researching? Oh, here they are. Compsognathus. Okay, we'll start this off real quick before I go anywhere. Those are tiny carnivores, if I remember correctly. They're the little teeny tiny guys that run around. It's not exact. That explains why that expedition cost was so low. And that one's now complete. There's another Compsognathus. Or we could go with the Dilophosaurs. Okay, so we only have the tinies available to us. Wonder why that is. Yeah, I think I'll hold off on that then. I mean, don't get me wrong. Having the small guys in there is fine. But I would much rather have a little bit of a larger... The medium research that we're doing right now is going to help us with that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for this episode. As always, I hope you've been enjoying the content. And if you have, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. And we will continue next time with more of Kauai in our playthrough of the campaign for Jurassic World Evolution 3. At this particular point, there's not... I think we've kind of cleared through the majority of the story campaign. Now they're just kind of letting us build out our parks. And it's taking a while, obviously. But I do want to get Kauai probably to a 2 or 3 star area with a nice little mixture of species. And then we can start to take a look at some of the other parks. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.